Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Vivek Goel, your nephrology faculty at Doc Tutorials, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome amongst us all Dr. Kiran, who has scored a wonderful rank of 2 in the AIMS merit list and a rank of 3 in the common merit list in the recently conducted INI Super Speciality November 23 examination. So, a big round of applause to Dr. Kiran.
Thank you, sir.
So, Kiran, first tell me, first things first, how are you feeling now? And what exactly you felt when you saw your name or your roll number on that list?
So actually, I felt glad that these set of competitive exams are finally coming to an end.
True, very true, very true. And what about the result?
And
Did you expect this rank?
so actually, I had a good feeling when I gave the exam, but I never expected to get a rank 2 or 3. But this was what we were hoping for. But then this actually came as a surprise.
Superb. So, Kiran, first, could you please introduce yourself to the audiences? I mean, where are you from? Where have you done your UG and PG from?
Hi, I'm Dr. Kiran. I'm from Kerala, Trivandrum. So I did my MBBS from JIPMER and a post graduation from PGI Chandigarh.
Okay. And when did you complete
And
your post graduation?
so that was in the December of 2021. So after that, I worked as a senior resident in PGI for around 13 months, and uh, and then I left.
Excellent, excellent. So, first to the audience, let me tell you guys that Dr. Kiran was a full pack nephrology INI subscriber with us, and he consistently performed well. Before joining, I was just going through his exam and his GT results. He was consistently performing very well at the exams. So, consistency really pays off. So, Dr. Kiran, can you please break down your strategy in simple terms to the audiences or to a first year or a second year MD resident who would be aspiring to score a very high rank in nephrology like you?
So actually, during my MD days, I had not really seriously considered preparing for the super specialty exams. So like when I was doing my senior residency, so that's when I had the idea that okay, I need to do a super specialty, and so I was looking at my options, and nephrology kind of interested me, and so I took it up. So I started preparing for nephrology in Feb of this year. After I left my senior residency, I took a break for around 2.5 months. So and then I started from scratch. So initially I went through Harrison's nephrology, and I did not have time to go through FEHALI. So I opted for Doc Tutorial SAP, and I went through most of the exams, and I was reading theory side by side. So I used to give exams on a daily basis, almost one test per day, and used to give exams its due seriousness, like 45 minutes or 1 hour, how much ever time the exam takes. I used to be fully occupied in that. And initially, my how much ever I used to score in the exams, it was not that great, but over the course of time, it started improving. So in the last exam, I had a rank of 32 in the common merit list, so I did not qualify for the interview then. So and then I got back to working. So I joined in a private hospital, and I was working since the last 6 months. And towards last August, I started preparing for NEET also. So preparing for NEET helped me brush up with the medicine part of the exam, because like once you start practicing, you are out of touch with theory. So I felt when I gave the exam the first time, I felt that okay, everybody would know nephrology, but if you need to have an edge, you would have to know medicine well or better than the
Very
others.
true.
So NEET actually helped me do that. And nephrology, whatever I had read during my first time, so I actually revised it. So I was able to do one revision in the span of 1 month, and I was doing those grand tests as well. So this was my
Great,
strategy,
great.
and cannot really call it a strategy, but the small work that I had put in over the course of 7 8 months, that kind of paid off.
Absolutely did pay off. Absolutely. And Dr. Kiran, I mean, could you also tell the audiences like how did the INI nephrology course at Doc Tutorials help you? And did you watch the videos? How what was the quality of the videos? And I mean, would you recommend it to the students as well?
I have gone through most of the main topic videos and the quick revision videos that sir had put up. And I felt that most of the videos where they give you concept as well, and uh, it's very good from an entrance point of view. So sir has tabulated all the major differences. So when you go to an exam and see the four options, it's easy to kind of narrow it down, and because at the end of the day you have to accept that you won't be sure about 100% sure about whatever answers you're marking. So mm, at most you will be able to rule out three options and then go for the the best, the one that sounds best. So that way these videos and all these exams that I've given over the years have really helped me, and the quality of the content is really good and it's updated also.
Great. So, Dr. Kiran, also, to the audiences, can you describe in brief the pattern of the INI in a nutshell? I mean, it's a two-staged exam. So, how many questions are there? What's a positive and a negative marking? So, could you also tell to the audiences about that?
So the current INA exam has around 80 it has 80 questions, and each question has a um, if you get one right, you get 1 mark, and the negative is around 0.33, or you get taxed at one third of the right answer. So, and the pattern was predominantly like around, I felt that around 50 to 55 questions would be from core nephrology, and the rest of the questions would be 20 to 30 questions would be from medicine part. And this time exam, I felt that medicine, some of the questions were really practical oriented, or like there was this question about a snake bite and neuroparalytic snake bite, and the dosage of neostigmine that you give. So this is like I used to work in a periphery hospital after PJ, and we had these cases coming in regularly during the snake bite season, during the rainy season. So this was, we were doing that on a regular basis, and this was the protocol that's given in up to date. So that I found that easy, and so they check you on that aspect also on top of nephrology. So medicine is, like I said, medicine is one core part, and your basics are what they usually check. This time there were very minimal new drug questions about new drugs and all. And nephrology, almost all the areas were represented, and the pattern does vary from time to time.
True. So,
I
this was
felt
about
that,
the stage
and
one.
yes, sir.
This was about the stage one. And then when
Yes,
you
sir. Stage
qualified
one.
stage two, what was it about and how did you prepare for it?
So stage two, actually, I did not have much time to prepare. So 2 days before the interview, so I went through my thesis. So because I had given my thesis 2 years back, and so I just went through the thesis and through my major findings and conclusions. Because so I had talked to some of my seniors, and they were saying that okay, they tend to ask about your thesis. So, and sir had also told us during the mock interview, okay, they might ask us about the thesis. So I went through my thesis first, and so my paper had gotten published. So that also helped. The first question that the faculty had asked me was about my thesis, and so since I had recently gone through it, so I was able to not falter over there. And then the usual kind of set of question that they ask to everybody on the day. But sir had also given us a very good overall idea of how the mock interview was going to be, and actually it was almost 2 years since since I sat for a viva. The last viva that I had attended was during my MD final exit exam. So like we were kind of out of touch. So the brush up sessions actually helped. the mock interview.
Good, great, great. So, Dr. Kiran, it was wonderful chatting with you. And once again, congratulations. So, before we
Thank you, sir.
part, any words you would want to say for encouragement to the younger generation who are looking at you and who want to be like you, who want to score a high rank like you?
Uh, Actually, what I felt was consistently working towards a goal actually helps. Even if you don't see when you start preparing like I had put in 2 3 months, there are good days and there are bad days. Some days you are very motivated, some days you are not. So like it's the sum of all the small effort that you put in over the time that actually helps. So don't give hope even if my first exam was bad. So and the second one actually helped. So that's it. Consistently working helps.
Very well said. Consistency and perseverance is the key. You've got to be at it. You've got to consistently work towards your goal. And ultimately, your effort will pay off. So wonderful talking to you, Dr. Kiran. And last but not the least, which college are you aiming for? And
So
everybody is waiting to hear that.
my first choice would be PGI Chandigarh because I had spent almost 4 5 years over there, and I like the place and how the place works. So, and second would be AIMS, New Delhi if I don't get into PGI.
Superb. Great. So, Dr. Kiran, once again, congratulations and hope you get the college of your choice. Of course, you will. And hope to, stay connected with you in future nephrology conferences and meetings. And may you take
Sure.
the flag of nephrology very high. Many, many congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.